Hi guys, how are you? How y'all keeping? I am literally just in the door. Um, we were off. Hi Randy, how are you keeping? Hi Nana D, you're all coming in now. That's great. We were off vlogging today, as you might have seen. I put up a little short clip of Duckett's Grove. Hiya Linda, Texas, brilliant. We had gone to no way, Randy. Is it that bad? Oh my God, 20 inches of snow. That is my dream. I don't want to be snowed in. I want to be able to get out and about, but we don't get very much in Ireland, but when we do, I love it. Hi Shelby, how you keeping? Yeah, so you might have noticed I just put up a quick short there this afternoon, I think it was. It was Duckett's Grove. We had gone to hi Lady Unicorn. Hi Thomas. Um, oh, thank you, Barb. That's lovely. Thanks so much. Yes, we had gone to where we wanted to do a video, and we kind of called it the wrong time because it was mass was on, so we couldn't really we weren't really planned for that, I suppose, and the weather has been really, really rotten. Hi T, how you keeping? Um, Hi Maureen. Who have I missed? Have I missed anybody? Sorry, now I'm just trying to catch up. Hi Kimberly, how you keeping? Minnesota is prepared for snow. Well, that's good, Randy, because when it happens here in Ireland, we are never prepared. We don't have snow plows or anything like that. We rely on the local councils to go out and grit roads in preparation for kind of ice and stuff, but it never works out. We are usually stuck at home. Hi Alexandra, how are you? But anyway, yeah, so we went to where we were supposed to go today. It was in County Carlow, Bennakerry, and a subscriber actually had put me on to Thomas, $20. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Yes, a subscriber of mine had we had done it actually live. I don't know whether you remember that we had done a live in Bennakerry, St. Mary's Cemetery. We kind of went in quickly and done a live. It's a good few weeks ago now, but the subscriber anyway had messaged me to say that I had missed, or we had walked close to a grave that well, I suppose he's famous because of the man that he had a relationship with for 7 years. So I was really eager to go back up and video his grave, which we did today. But when we called to the church, as I said, mass was on. So it was really difficult. We were kind of in between really, really windy weather and lots of rain. So Duckett's Grove actually wasn't very far from where we were. It was probably about 10, maybe 15-minute drive. So we just said we'd go back out there and kind of kill a bit of time, I suppose. And while I was there, then I just uploaded Duckett's Grove. But if you haven't watched it, it was just a very short little clip. But if you really wanted to see it, it is on my channel. And it's called, I think, just Duckett's Grove. But it's an absolutely amazing ruins of a castle. It's just unreal. And when you're there in person, it's all it's all, they've all cages on windows, doors, the whole lot. But when you kind of get right up to a window or to a doorway, you can see there's been all underground tunnels, I suppose, for servants and stuff. But there's loads and loads of history. The IRA held camp there. Farmers had bought it and lost it, and I think a lady lived there till 2003 in one room. And I presume she, when she passed away, then I think it's the local council now own it, and I hope I mean, the grounds to walk around it are open and there's lovely gardens and stuff, but I'm hoping that they will eventually open the inside for tours or something. And I definitely would go back there, especially if they open, underground. It's kind of spooky looking. Painting houses, how are you? Hello from New Zealand. I have first cousins in New Zealand, in Christchurch. I think was it an earthquake or something? I just can't remember now. Something happened in Christchurch a few years ago. Was it an earthquake, guys? I think it was an earthquake. And they went over there to kind of help rebuild the area. And they actually stayed in New Zealand, imagine. Maureen is from Canada. How you keeping, Maureen? Earthquake, that's right, painting. I'm sorry now. That's a good few years ago. Would that be, gosh, let me think. That is, let me see. Would it be 5 years ago, maybe? Am I wrong? But they went over there. Both were tradesmen and brought family as well. So the two brothers went over and they have stayed there. That's great, Maureen. We had this week, or the week just gone by, on Tuesday and Wednesday, I was talking to somebody in comments. We had Storm Barra came across Ireland there Tuesday and Wednesday. So Ireland went into, or most of Ireland went into, it's called a red warning here. So if weather gets a red warning, Ireland basically closes down. So I was out of work Tuesday and Wednesday, but to be honest with you, I didn't even step outside the door. The rain wasn't so bad. Rain seemed to come more at night time, but the wind was just, it was like, oh, it was unreal. I don't think I remember ever it being that bad here before. Hello, Jim. How are you? Barb, do you mean the Duckett's Grove Castle? There is a video on my channel with Duckett's Grove where I actually video it. There's a longer video where I kind of go right around the whole place, give you a bit of history, put up some points of interest, dates, all of that. And we did the gardens, I think, as well. I think it was during the summer. Yeah, so anyway, get back to the story. So we got to do Bennakerry and that grave. And then I was to go on about another half an hour drive away from that area to another area of quite a famous man, really. He was a record producer. He worked with Lennon and McCartney. He worked with Tom Petty, but unfortunately, just with the weather, it didn't work out for us. But on the upside of that, on the way home, then we stopped. We have these little, I don't know whether ye have anything like this. During lockdown here in Ireland, everybody seemed to have picked up hobbies and stuff. And a lot of people renovated little trailers and made them into these little coffee trailers. They're almost like, the horse trailers. They renovated those into producing coffee. So they show up at the side of the road. And on our way home, we stopped with one and we were asking him about bits and pieces of the area, and he sent us to another castle. This castle is actually a hotel now, and there's a golf course and all. on the grounds. And he said, if you go in there, there's actually a little tiny um, graveyard or cemetery. And it like the castle is stunning, absolutely beautiful. I mean, there was plenty of people coming and going. There was people playing golf in this mad weather. I don't know how they could do that because it was raining and the wind was really bad today. Um, but there's this beautiful little cemetery, literally looking out at the castle is just there in this little cemetery, and then everyone's playing golf around it. So I actually was able to, in between showers, video that, and it was really nice. It's the ruins of what I think was a church. When you see the video, you'll understand. It's really peculiar ruins. You kind of don't know whether you're inside or outside or what. But it was the family that owned the castle itself are buried there, and then there's a few other people that are buried there as well. Not very big, but I kind of took a quick walk around the grounds then as well. So I'll be putting that one up as well as the Bennekerry one, hopefully this week. Oh yeah, Linda, that was in Ishtig. We had done the actress, and then after that, then we went further down into Inistigues, and when we got there as well, there was mass on. I mean, in Ireland, I suppose it could be from you could have mass at 10:30 in the morning, but you could go to another church and it could be 12. So we're just being unlucky with timing, but we had to go back down to that. And when I went in first, I was only expecting that beautiful mausoleum for our poet, Mary Ty. And as we walked around, we found the highwayman, or Robin Hood, as I've kind of called him now at this stage. It was just, those pockets of history that suddenly are there. And it was just really it's a story I never heard of before. There was people actually in the village that hadn't heard of him. Just his plaque on the wall, and I mean, there's books about him. There's plenty to find out about him on Google now as well. That we know that he's there. But very, very interesting. I think he was a publican, and he became, I suppose, he fell out with the government, I suppose, because of their high tax rates, and I think that's what kind of drove him into this whole thing of robbing the rich to pay the poor, I suppose. And then he was lucky; he got away with his life. He got pardoned, and his associates in the gang he was in weren't so lucky; they were hung. So yeah, just really kind of an interesting kind of a find to happen on. But that cemetery itself was really, really beautiful. It was just really kind of like a gothic feel to it. I think I said that in the video actually. What is the oldest place we've seen? Maureen, a lot of our older cemeteries are, you'd find a lot of 17th century. The oldest one I found was in Youghal. It was that beautiful church, and we actually got into the church. It was just before closing time. We were really lucky, but it was it 1632. But now that I think of it, there was another place in Carlow with 1622 wrote on a headstone, and is probably one of my favourites in the sense that it was a little wooded area in the cemetery itself. There was the ruins of the church. It was just like you just didn't know where to walk. It was just amazing. Hi Susan, how are you? Happy Christmas to you as well. Are you all set for Christmas, guys? I am. The I have been called like kind of bah humbug when it comes to Christmas. I just find it. I love Christmas Day. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I just think it's gone too much. Everybody has forgotten the true meaning of Christmas. I feel it's very much retail shops. I mean, you just finish Halloween, which I love, and suddenly in the shops it's Christmas, and it just makes the whole thing a lot of stress for people, a lot of pressure for people, and it's a build up, and then you've one day, and then there's nothing. And I suppose maybe with the way things have been at the moment, Christmas hasn't been the same. We haven't been able to go out and meet friends and family as much. Please God, this Christmas will be a bit better for everybody. Uh, yeah, Barb, that's it. That's the word I was looking for. To commercialize. That's exactly it. It's just I don't. I'll actually, what I'm going to do as well, just to show you what Ireland is like during Christmas. I will go to a beautiful house, and the reason I will go to this one, and I'll put up a little video, is this man decorates his whole house. I mean, every inch of his house is decorated outside, inside the his garden. This is amazing. I don't know how ye kind of decorate homes, but here it's become more and more that houses just go all out for lights and stuff. But this particular house we visit every year. Last year he didn't do it because of whatever what's going on, because it does attract a lot of visitors. But he does it for charity every year. So I'm not sure what charity he does now for this year. I'm not sure what he does, but so every year he decorates. I mean, every inch. When I say every inch, I mean every part of his home and his garden is completely decorated in lights. He'll have Santa, he'll have reindeer, he'll have the manger, everything, and he does it for charity. So I might actually go down there. I always bring the kids down anyway. I might just actually show you what it is like. It is absolutely amazing. But yeah, it takes me a while to get into the Christmas spirit as such. It's usually Christmas Day when everyone can relax and get together. And please God, you all will be able to share it with somebody this year. And then it kind of, the next day it's over nearly. I do love New Year's Day because new year, new start, the old year is behind you. It's kind of like a new page to your book, if you know what I mean. Yes, Susan, do you know something? I think that is a lovely way to spend your day and your time. All that, everything else, it means nothing if you can sit down with your loved ones. That is what it's all about, I think. Yeah, we don't, Linda, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving here. Ours is kind of, it's Christmas Day basically, St. Stephen's Day, and then the New Year, I suppose. That's about it. Thank God, because I wouldn't be able for any other, run up to anything. Exactly, Randy. That is exactly it. Do you know something? Do our kids even realize the whole story of, you know, what Christmas is about? I don't think they do. I don't think my lads do. It's it's not the same as when I was small. It was a different setup years ago. Hi, sorry now, I can't read the name. Is it Omo? Is that the way I should pronounce it? Omo, I think it is. Would love to see James Joyce return to Ireland to rest. Do you think that would ever happen? I don't know. I actually don't know. That is the simple answer to that. I am not a big history buff at all. Um, I kind of get, I get excited by history when it's not something that was, like the thing with our highwayman last week. I got excited over that because I wasn't expecting it. It was something we hadn't Googled and searched for. It was just there in front of us. That kind of stuff gets me excited. Um, History wise, I wouldn't be the best for history. And I know Ireland is absolutely full of it. I kind of like just getting into the cemeteries. That is my real joy, my real history head kind of comes on then, just reading the dates and the people and the families, and then going home and finding out you found somebody that was quite well known, or do you know, that kind of a way. Um, it's sorry, now there's all sorts of things coming up here now. Um, yes, Greg, you're absolutely 100% right. Yeah, there's loads of famine graves here in Ireland, but the thing with the famine graves, and I have been to a couple, there's never anything really to show as of such. It is usually where they are, yes, but it's usually you'll have maybe one memorial um that's, in a field, and it's there's nothing to vlog, if you understand what I mean. We have happened on, I did the Paupers graveyard actually in Wexford, and oh, Linda, thank you so much. That is amazing. Thank you so much. The Paupers graveyard was in Wexford, yes, and there's loads of history to it. But when you walk in, it's just an empty area with a couple of boulders to show you that these were areas where they were laid to rest. There is, I think, one headstone with a child's name on it, and a plaque that a family member had, found a loved one that was buried there. So I don't really, vlog them, but there is a good few out there. Yeah, Susan, the cemeteries here, do you know something? It's just amazing. Um, the old ones, I suppose, really are the ones I love the most. But then sometimes you will go into a newer cemetery, and do you know the way they're laid out, the headstones? And I mean, now thankfully we are starting to put up beautiful photos on those headstones, and that really, um, it kind of, it makes it more personal, almost like you've known the person, if you know what I mean. So Ireland is starting to do that. We kind of had nothing before, really, just the headstone and their names. And I always used to love looking at headstones in America, or out foreign somewhere, and all these beautiful, beautiful old photos. So what I have started seeing is, yes, the newer photos as well, but we've happened on it a few times where they will have an elderly couple together, maybe, later in life, but then beside that, it might be, a, that same couple, obviously, but, in early marriage, or just when they met. And oh, that is just so beautiful. I just love that. I love that. Hello, Steve. How are you? Yes, seeing the children's graves. Um, Sometimes I read them, and yeah, it's always sad. Regardless, it's sad to read a child's name. But and then there's sometimes where you find it really hard just to move on and just carry on. So there's a few times, you'll often see me, I suppose, maybe while I'm reading a headstone, I will kind of stop, and you're kind of thinking to yourself, that is so sad. And especially, I suppose, and you've seen it on this channel, where there is a family of four, five, six, seven, eight small children that had, have died, like. And even today, now there was a couple of headstones in that older cemetery that were had young kids in it as well, like. But I suppose it's Back then there was diseases there. Uh, a lot of the Irish people were very poor, and there was a flu, the Spanish flu, I think, was around. So there was lots going on, and whereas thank God we have moved on so well that deaths like that thankfully are less, and when babies are born, they are born into better circumstances, I suppose. Yeah, the Celtic Crosses, Barb, are just amazing. Um, they are now, I've noticed as well, they are starting to kind of do the Celtic Cross again in a newer kind of stone. So it's probably going to be marble. But I still like just the big old stone ones are just amazing, especially when they have all the knots, the Celtic knots on it and the designs on it. There's just absolutely, and they stand in so tall as well. So when you walk in, they're the first ones you notice, I love them. Yeah, Steve, I'm kind of, in Ireland, it is very hard to go live. And I mean, there's a couple of reasons. I don't mind the wet or the cold, really. But I suppose the biggest problem here in Ireland for going live is actually internet coverage. It's just ridiculous. I upgraded my phone there a few months ago and I got 5G on it. And, in Ireland, we probably have two counties in the whole of Ireland that covers 5G. One being Dublin, of course, and I think, is it Galway was the other. And, I was kind of disappointed because I was hoping, well, okay, this is going to work. This is going to get, it'll be easier to go live. But it didn't work out that way. So I'm at home now on the laptop. Obviously I've broadband here, so it makes it for better streaming. But so that is really disappointing. And sometimes then you can start off on a live and then it just goes all pixelated and blurry, and I can't bear that myself. Um, and then the second thing is in Ireland it's dark around 4:30 in the evening. So if we're going, if I'm driving 2 hours to get to somewhere, it's basically going to be one video and I have to turn around and come home because I just will not get the daylight to be able to do it. And that's kind of another part of Ireland, I suppose. That's kind of it's a bit of a pain, I suppose, to say the least. But and then I work Monday to Friday, so I'm not out videoing. I kind of only really have Saturday and Sunday to do it, and then Saturday I kind of like to spend a bit of time with the kids, or yourself. So when I go live then of a Sunday, it's usually once I get in the door after being out videoing other places. Yeah, Linda, do you remember the one in Ashtig? It was the white cross, but it had, as you say, it was like 3D flowers on it. Sometimes you get the Celtic crosses like that as well, where it's like embossed or something. It's almost like it is, I suppose, like a 3D effect on it. They are just amazing. Yes, Irish eyes, absolutely. Um, it is always sad. Even when you read, like today, I read a 19-year-old and I was thinking, oh my God, like he was only starting out in life, he was a young man, and then to die at that age, un, it's unbelievably sad. It really is unbelievably sad. And unfortunately, I have come across it an awful lot, an awful lot. Larry, thank you so, so much. I really, really appreciate that. Ah, thank you, Barb. Hello from Ohio. Love your videos. Oh, thank you so, so much. Um, Oh wow, Greg, that is so sad. That is really, really sad. Wow. Yeah, I'm Irish eyes are saying he wouldn't read that. I'm a bit of a, what would you call it? When stories like that come up, I don't want to read them. I don't want to see them. But then the curiosity side of me, I will read them. I mean, we've all watched videos on YouTube, and it's about a child or something sad, and you're there going, oh, I can't watch that. I can't watch that. But then you end up watching it, and you are gutted by the outcome, even though you knew the outcome wasn't going to be good. You're always, you're gutted, and you're sad, and you're a wreck after it. And then, for a long time after things like that, that always, I carry that for a long time afterwards. I mean, do you remember there a few weeks ago, we had wanted to find the grave of that little boy who was killed by a train. And the story kind of haunted me for a long, long time. And we eventually got to where he was buried, according to find a grave, and we didn't find him. And even now, I still think of that little boy. God, I can't. He was a year old, just over a year old, and he was playing in his playground, or his garden, I suppose. And he got out, and he was killed by a train. And his sister, or one of his siblings, found him. And it was a story I wanted to do, and I really wanted to find his grave. And we don't know whether it was a case that Find a Grave has got it wrong and he's not there, or it was just an unmarked grave. So we never got to do that. But I know in one of my lives before, I did share the whole story. I showed you it on, I think it was Find a Grave. I pulled it up, and I was able to read the little news article that was there, all those years ago. But yeah, so sometimes these things kind of they kind of stick around in your mind, and uh, in your heart, maybe. Thank you, Nancy. Linda, that's a question that I actually get asked a lot. And yeah, I mean, my own family, like, great aunts, great uncles, that kind of time, they would have all went into family plots. And there could be, I mean, there could be five or six of them in a plot. So mammy, daddy, their kids, that kind of a way, brothers, sisters, whatever. And so, I would have family. Let me see, one, two, three. There could be six people in that little plot. But what they do is they would bury, I suppose, the first coffin that would go into a plot would be buried down really, really deep. And then there would be a certain amount of ground between that and the next coffin that would go down. So it would depend on how deep they go. So they would kind of basically stack, I suppose, the coffins on top of each other. And uh, thank you, T. You're a gentleman. Thank you so, so much. Irish eyes is always smiling. Thank you. But yeah, so you would get so many coffins deep, and then they would start beside them as well. So you could have them, side by side and on top. So that is how they would kind of do that. And that's why when you read names, you would see a load of names. And yeah, they would be all there. Sometimes it would be a case that they've just remembered them on the headstone. But from what I have seen, and just knowing from my own um, family and stuff, um, that is the way it is done. It kind of does seem like you'd be looking at a tiny little plotted grave, and you would wonder, where are they? But they are actually all there. And it's, something, it's nice. It's nice to have a family all together. Yes, Irish Eyes, I think, has answered that probably better than what I have done. Yeah, that is true. Actually, that's something that I didn't really think about. The coffins over. Actually, I don't know. I have often seen um, graves where they kind of nearly have to redo them in the sense that it sinks. So, you would see a lot of people here put kind of pebbles and stuff on top of little plots, and sometimes you would see that they have, the ground is kind of sank, and so I suppose what Irish Eyes is saying is probably actually true in the sense that they sink and disintegrate, and that is probably, the correct way of putting it, I suppose. Hi, Maureen. Maureen McCarthy. That is sounds such an Irish name to me. I know loads of Maureens and loads of McCarthy's too. And I think we were talking, weren't we, Maureen? I think we were talking today in chat or in comments. Hello, research nurse. Oh, thank you so much. Well, Maureen, you definitely must have Irish family here for sure. With that name, absolutely. That is such an Irish. Maureen itself is a real Irish lady's name for sure. And guys, did you see? I had put up the McKenna Castle, or the McKenna Mausoleum, the castle we didn't show in our latest video. But you remember those two open coffins? And I know it's not for everybody, and I did kind of put a kind of an alert on it that if you were squeamish not to kind of look at the photo. Um, but a retired uh, dentist, I believe they were, said that there was 100% a molar tooth in one of those coffins, along with, I think it was possibly not the whole jawbone or anything, but other teeth as well there. So it is just, you just never know what you are going to find sometimes till you get into edit, and you have to play. Like, I love editing. I actually love it, but it does take a long, long time. And, you're kind of going back over, I suppose, the video. And I was zooming in, and I thought that has to be a molar tooth. It has to be. But at the same time, I was thinking, you know, where, there's no body as such there. But I suppose over, all those years and years and years, the bodies had kind of, there wasn't anything left, I suppose. But yeah, it was confirmed, I should say, by a subscriber that it was a tooth. Imagine. Ah, Deborah, isn't Ron, guys, I can't say it enough. Ron has been um, a real mentor. I mean, I shared the video that Ron had done for me to give me the push I needed. All I was doing with this, I didn't have a YouTube channel as such. I think I had maybe 33 subscribers. And it was photos, really, is all I was putting up, photos and music of cemeteries, yes, but I wasn't talking in it. And I suppose at the time I wasn't, I was too shy to do it. And Ron gave me that great push by putting my name, the link of my channel out. He even put a clip of a Quaker's burial ground we had videoed, and he has, to this day, we still chat, we still talk. He is an amazing man. He's very giving. He is, as I said, he's been a real, I suppose, a mentor to me, in the sense that, he has given me advice. And I mean, I can't understand it, because I've this little channel, and Ron is just such a huge influencer on YouTube itself. And to get that kind of a shout out and a push from a man like Ron absolutely means the world to me. So when people say, "Hi, Ron sent me," Faces That Have Forgotten sent me, it is so, I just love it. I love hearing it. I think it's amazing that people would take the time to come over and subscribe, and to look at my little channel, and comment that they're having fun and they're enjoying it, and it really does mean the world to me. It really does. Hi Pamela, how are you? That's great, Susan, and that's great, Barb and Linda. You see, isn't it brilliant? Ballybunion. That is where your family are from. And did I see Cork as well? He sure does, Jim. He has very loyal subscribers, and I do too. I have to say, this channel is amazing. I had this awful troll. I'm laughing at it now. I wasn't laughing at the time. This troll uh, came on and commented. He actually commented under, which was kind of a bit strange, on the Loftus Hall one. And yes, we did a cemetery in Loftus Hall one, but it was basically about kind of the ghost story leading up to Halloween. But he went in on that, and he absolutely upended me, saying I destroyed the English language. I'm Irish, hello. And he then proceeded to write each word the way I pronounce it, like he wrote it in the comment, and said just all these, it was horrible. And of course, I got sucked into it, as you do, and I corrected him. I corrected him on a spelling error that he made, and explained to him, I am Irish. You need to learn how to spell the English language. So he, very fast, he deleted that comment. So it was gone. And I thought, right, he's gone. For him to come back again, and once again, kind of more or less say the same stuff, spelt, I think I said Catholic, and he spelt that the way I speak. I can't remember what else but he corrected me on absolutely everything that I said. And I suppose I was really hurt at the time, because it's how I speak. It's I am educated. I work in a school, um, and I was probably a little bit offended and a little bit hurt. And then obviously I've seen loads of times everyone saying you have a lovely accent. Ron says it all the time. And yeah, I was really, really hurt. So I went and did what probably I shouldn't have done, which was did a big rant on YouTube. And then all your lovely comments kind of turned it all back around. And but yeah, I was just thinking, oh my God, is this what it is like? I mean, we have such a fantastic group here. We are always very kind, very nice, and just to see that, just this one comment, I've never seen him comment on anything else before. I didn't realize he was a subscriber. Usually now I kind of recognize the names from comments and stuff, and I just thought, wow, you are nasty. And it's nice to be nice, and that is it. And I think if any more of those, yeah, he's blocked Larry. I actually, that was the other thing I did. I actually deleted the comments altogether and I just blocked him because I just said, I'm not dealing with you. I kind of get sucked into the whole of I need to comment back and I need to kind of stick up for myself, as us Irish tend to do. And I just knew you're opening up a bag of, you know, worms, I suppose. So I just deleted them and I just said, here, what's the point? Like, you know. Maureen, thank you so, so much. You were so kind, guys. You were absolutely, you blow me away. Like, you have to believe me when I say from the bottom of my heart, we have such a fantastic channel. We really, really do. You're all so kind. Like your comments, everything about you, you're just amazing. And you're going to make me tear up now, so I'm going to stop. Thank you, Linda. Yes, Susan, it's kindness. That's what we need. I don't have time for negativity. I can't deal with it. I don't deal with it well in life anyway. Um, so you know, this channel, it's just, I mean, everyone is always so kind and so, so nice. And just when one person kind of comes in, it's just, oh, why me? Like, you know. Yes, T. Do you know something? If we all spoke the same, it would be so boring. It would be so boring out there, you know. Thank you, Jim. Middle-aged bald guy. How are you? Um, we've been watching some of your videos, and they are absolutely amazing. So keep up the great work. Absolutely fantastic. It was actually Irish Eyes that I was watching your channel through, and I have since subscribed, and I'm delighted I have. You do great work. Nancy, do you know something? Was it you, Nancy, that had said that? Um, I think to me in comments about treating it like a dog, and yeah, I can't say those words right now, but that was, I just thought, you know, something that is classic, that is brilliant. Thank you, Salty Penny. Thank you. Do you know, Maureen, somebody else I think said that to me before, that my accent reminds them of, I think it was their grandparents. I think it was their grandparents, the way their grandparents used to speak. And it kind of, um, you know, it was nice to kind of make that connection. Yes, Kimberly, absolutely. Ron he is um, a true gent in every sense of the word. And actually, he has such an amazing mind, a mind for history, a mind for. I'm in awe of Ron, the way he can remember so much stuff. I can't. I am the worst to try and go in somewhere and video it and remember dates, times, who they were married to, where they came from. I cannot. I will read it and read it and read it and research and research. And when I go in, it goes blank on me. I am the worst. I do my very best, but I am always in awe with the way Ron can remember such amazing stories. Thanks, Terry. Do you know, I'm not going to change, Terry. I can't change this stage of my life. I can't change my accent. We are known as, and it's a nice term. It's not meant to be bad, but we're known as bog hoppers. That is the accent I have. It's referred as a bog hopper accent, and I'm quite happy with it now. I'm not going to change for anyone. Um, you know, if you don't like the accent, what can you do? You know. Nana D, it was possibly you that had said that to me before about it reminding you of your nana and your grandpa. And I think that is so nice, so special. I just love that. I really do love that. Yes, Maureen, I will absolutely keep doing what I do, and um, I'm really, really enjoying it. I would love to get out every single day and find somewhere to video and a story to go with it. And I suppose finding the coffins in those mausoleums are always, for me anyway, they're always, a little extra added bonus. It's the 773 Guru. Guru. I don't know how to pronounce that. Guru. Sorry, I'm just going to give up now. Thanks so much and welcome. Oh, Nana D, I don't know. He might like the Jersey accent. I don't know. Love is all we need. That is a song in itself. Absolutely. Yeah, Irish Eyes, the video. Well, we had two videos to do. I told him that the first one was kind of delayed, and then the weather kicked in, and so I was kind of trying to get in this particular grave as quick as I possibly could without getting absolutely the weather. You'll hear the wind in it. It was just unreal out there today. And then, as I said, the second one we did was kind of an unplanned one, and yeah, really interesting as well. I did. I booted him from the channel head. I surely did. Research nurse. Do you know something? You have hit the nail on the head. It is a life lesson. Um, silence is always the best medicine for people like that in life, on YouTube, wherever you meet them. Absolutely agree with you 100%. Yes, Susan, Ron is an amazing storyteller. I could listen to Ron easily all day long, every day. Thank you, Doris. Thank you. It's the 773 Guru. Guru. Oh my God, I can't pronounce. Why cannot I can't pronounce that? I'm so sorry. Thank you so so much. I really really appreciate that. Yeah, Maureen, Ron has often. I presume Ron will actually be going live later. I will be tuning into that as well. Ron has been. I would class Ron as a very very good friend now, and he's amazing to watch. He's amazing to listen to his stories. He has the best stories. Like he really has the best stories, and he would definitely be my number one for people I watch on YouTube. Absolutely. Thanks, Kimberly. Thanks, Nancy. Maureen Marr, is it? I'm part Mohawk Irish great mix. Wow. just left Rose Hill. Oh, wow. Oh, do you know something that it would be a dream to come true for someone to, um, I don't like flying, so I'd have to be, I don't know, zapped over to Rose Hill Cemetery there now, and just to sit there and take it all in. It is absolutely amazing. Guru. Thank you, Linda. See, I've already told you, my brain doesn't work sometimes. Guru, that is how you say it. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Mickey Moo, hiya, how are you? Yes, that's it. Beam me up. Just let me just be zapped over there. I'd be quite happy then. Maureen Marr, you have family here? Is that on your father's side? Am I correct? Punish them with silence, isn't that the saying? Yeah. Mickey Moo, please tell me. Starting to melt in the summer heat. Seriously, we are freezing here. It's been a really, really uh, rough week in Ireland weather-wise. I mean, really bad. We had Storm Barra. So I was just saying that we have these red warnings. So we were on red warning for Tuesday and Wednesday. So I was actually out of work myself. The schools all closed. Buses don't run for kids. Um, and we were battered. Now, County Wexford didn't get it as bad as some other parts, but there was lots of flooding and trees falling over and everything else. And you are there melting in the summer heat. Wow. Now, I can't really do, in fairness, I can't really do extremely hot weather either. I kind of like a fresh day. A fresh day in Ireland is always really, really beautiful. So, Greg, you had snow and it's melting now, is it? Pamela, is the weather in Glasgow? I suppose it's probably. I wonder did they get the tail end of Storm Barra like we did? Maureen, I was actually taught by nuns. Would you believe? All those years and years ago. No joking. It's I suppose I 25 plus years ago. I was taught by nuns. Um, we had some extremely strict nuns, and then we had some beautiful nuns. A nun taught me Irish actually, and she was just so she was a little small woman, Sister Vera, and she was an absolute dote. 32 degrees and sunny after 4 inches. My God. Weird weather in Chicago. Wow. You see, I kind of like a brisk day when there's like no rain, the sun is out, and it's you have to wear a jacket, but it's not too cold either, if you know what I mean. I'm kind of hard to please when it comes to weather. Maureen, I had a sister Teresa as well. Would you believe? -17. Wow. God, Jay, that would be unbearable, I'd imagine. He is, Greg. I'd say Ron will probably be on, let me see, it's about another hour and a half, I think. Heading south for the winter, I need my sunshine. Wow, Nana D. Wow. You know, it's much milder today here, but it's just rotten weather. I mean, it's out there now. It's really, really windy again, and it's raining. Crazy storms and tornadoes. Friday night. Really, Doris? Oh my God. And where was that? Was there? Oh, lads, I'm desperate. There was awful, awful tornadoes. Um, I think was it Kentucky, and I believe that people have actually, unfortunately, died because of that weather. Kentucky, four tornadoes. My God, imagine. I pray that everybody is safe out there. It's terrible. Yeah, Dottie. Um, wow. Well, you know, please God, the damage is not too bad where you are. Um, I hear that there has been lives lost, which is so so sad. Anyway, guys, I have a few bits to do here now, and we will all have to go and see Ron's live. Um, but with that being said, anyway, thank you so so much for watching, guys. I'm sorry I'm not able to get out and kind of do lives outside, but please God, when the weather allows and we kind of get into the longer days again, I'll be back out doing that. John White, a folk singer. Oh wow. Deborah, what county? Before I go, what county, Deborah? Over 100 killed, Larry, really? Oh my goodness. Well, we are sending our prayers and our love to all of those affected. 5 states. That is awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, guys, stay safe out there. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you all. Thank you so so much. I appreciate you all. And for now, take care, guys. God bless, and look after each other. Okay, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.